to welcome you to the Cycling Celebration channel. I'm James Few, back with another video. This day was a special day for me, because I'm going to be riding on the Zwift platform while I'm watching the Lions play the San Francisco 49ers. And already, I've really been pleasantly surprised that the Lions are already up 14-0. Wow. I have a lot of nervous energy. I'm watching this game because there were a lot of hopes going into this for the Lions to finally win a berth into the Super Bowl. Christian McCaffrey is unstoppable. So the San Francisco 49ers now have it first and goal. Well, they just scored a touchdown. So now the score is 14 Lions, San Francisco 7. Now it is 7:22 p.m. I've completed 10 minutes on my trainer and burned 50 calories. Well, my heart rate is only 85. The Lions scored another touchdown and a field goal, finishing the half up 24-7. At halftime, I turned back to the Zwift app on the other HDMI input of my smart TV. I just kept riding. I didn't want to turn back to the Lions game because I had a suspicion that momentum was going to change. It was really weird because I had imagined in my mind that the score was going to be San Francisco leading 34-24. When I cut back to the game, I was precisely right. How could I have known that? The Lions never gave up and made it a close game at the very end by scoring a late touchdown, but it was too late when the 49ers got the ball back and ran the clock down, forcing the Lions to attempt an onside kick. I continued pedaling for the entire game, switching back to Zwift again so I could complete the 2-hour and 23-minute ride. It seemed like I was riding every day or every evening for the past 9 weeks on Zwift. Many of these rides were mountain routes or inside a climbing portal. Once, I rode for 3 hours and 12 minutes straight. Man, I'll never do that again. I think the elevation on that one was nearly a mile of incline. I've never experienced anything like this since cross-country in high school. Anything over 2 hours of pedaling at a fast pace is like running a marathon. So, on February 2nd, Groundhog Day, at the end of week 9, I made it over 50,000 feet. I'm surely hoping the next time I open the Zwift app, I'll see the Z1 concept bike, otherwise known as the Tron Bike, is available to me. If not, there's going to be some serious litigation for what I've gone through for these 9 weeks. No, I'm kidding, LOL, but I will be upset, even though it's not a real bike, and just a prop in the game. Besides, the whole aim was to get some enjoyment out of cardio activities, and I did accomplish that much. I didn't like the climbing so much, but the descent was another story. See, the average cyclist usually weighs in between 150 to 180 pounds. I'm almost 200 pounds. They compensate for the difference in weight, making it harder on inclines. But no one beats me going down the mountain. So if I can keep a rider within a quarter mile, I usually catch and pass them on my descent. Plus, the fact that they've spent most of their energy beating me to the top of the mountain, but I reach the bottom before they do. LOL. It was so much fun flying down the mountainside. Catch me if you can, sucker. I feel like most of these cyclists are much younger and more experienced than me. I'm sure many of them are on a professional level. Yet, still, I managed to hold my own competing against them. It's just that I don't want to push myself too far where I could cause damage to my heart by overexertion. So often, I just ride along at my own pace, though it's sometimes hard to ignore a challenge. Once you get a reputation, they all want to try you. My secret advantage is listening to upbeat music while I'm riding. That motivates me to push harder on the pedals. I'm always listening to music anyway. When I'm riding outdoors, I will always record my activity with my GoPro action camera. Editing videos is so much more work than I could imagine. The tricky thing is finding non-copyrighted music and making a script for each video. I need to start using an intellectual tool like ChatGPT. Most people in my age group are not that tech savvy. So anyway, Mr. Groundhog didn't see a shadow, and that means 6 more weeks of winter are left. But who in their right mind trusts a groundhog to forecast the weather? I think a German Shepherd or a sheepdog might be better. LOL. Damn. I've stayed up all night again doing this shit. Excuse me, but I didn't mean to lose track of time. It's 4:30 a.m. now. Okay, I'm out. End of script for tonight. As always, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. No one like Jay at Cycling Celebration channel. That's like with a Y in place of the I. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, too. See you on the next one. I thought that was a good outro. I'm still here, though. I grossly miscalculated the numbers I needed to qualify for the Tron Bike. I thought it was 50,000 feet, when it was actually 66,000 feet. I have only completed 78%. Somehow, I missed something in conversion of the metric system to the decimal system. Even at 68 years old, I'm still learning every day. You can work out with a heart rate monitor, but a true calorie compilation must include a heart rate. This is why some of us burn calories more than others. We could perform the exact same workout and have a significantly different calorie compilation if our heart rate isn't the same. Perspiration is an indication of a quality workout, but it doesn't tell the entire story. It's really more of a mechanism to regulate body temperature. While I advocate for a healthy lifestyle, I'm also promoting climate stabilization. What's it all about? I remember when my first car was $5,200. Many new cars today are closer to $52,000. Now auto insurance is much as the price of a car. This is insane. A real fool's paradise. Expensive gas-powered vehicles emitting greenhouse gases look so cool while they destroy the environmental integrity. No, we won't have to worry, but what about the future generations? Maybe that's the good in growing old, so I won't be around to witness all the residual effects of climate change. All the wildfires and drought like never seen before. Entire communities are destroyed, while they're searching for oil on the ocean's floor. Better get your rockets ready. For Destination Moon, those who survive will live there soon. Does anybody hear me? Anybody? There's no conspiracy, just nature's fury released on mankind. No stone unturned will man find. I've been feeling some kind of way, trying to find the words to say. My friend, did you ever wonder what's in the air? If it's not on social media, does anyone care? I think about all these things when I'm riding the bike. I just heard about Earl Cureton passing yesterday. He was 66. My sincere condolences and prayers go out to his friends and family. I met him many years ago. He was a star in his own right, playing 12 seasons in the NBA. There's a long list of people I know who have recently passed away. It doesn't matter how many possessions you own or how much money you have once you lose your health. This is why I'm here doing this. I want to create a legacy on my social media. I took yesterday off to recover, and today begins another week. This weekend, the temperature could reach 50 degrees. I may be going on my first outdoor ride of the year. Saturday, I went on a group ride with D. Miguel as the robo-pacer. Many of the riders in this group were donning their Tron bikes, and I thought I was going to have mine soon. Even D. Miguel was on a Tron. I wished I could have switched bikes with him. He's a robot anyway. What's he need a Tron bike for? I kept searching all over the Zwift app after I completed my group ride to find what my progress was in the climbing challenge. The only way to find it is to initiate another ride to access the challenge window. That's how I found out that I have 16,000 feet left to climb to reach the total elevation necessary to qualify for a Tron bike. I haven't uploaded a video to my YouTube channel in weeks, so I'm going to work hard on this one. It's tough to compete with all the other YouTubers with their blogs and influencer products. I am just an influencer for the cycling lifestyle. I hear other amateur YouTubers like myself saying they're not asking for money and just telling their story about the experiences on their rides. One of them I watch is called Out and About on the Recumbents, by BJ and Joe Ondo. Shout out to them. Happens that BJ is the same age as me. They're living the lifestyle the way it was meant to be. I always imagined myself going for rides with my wife enjoying the great outdoors. That never happened for us due to her advanced progressive multiple sclerosis, and she passed away November 18, 2020. She's still with me, not physically, but only one dimension away. I won't get into it now. That's all I need to say. If you're watching this video, you're one of the few people I've reached. This year, I'm hoping to grow my following on this channel. The hardest challenge for me as a YouTuber is using music in my videos, because I love to ride with music and nearly everything I listen to is copyrighted material. This makes it very tough if you don't have a podcast or a product to promote. For some YouTubers, their ride is a podcast about themselves and their personal experiences. I'm thinking about telling my story about my life experiences, so stay tuned because I've got a lot to talk about. I mean, how often do you meet someone from another state while on vacation at Disney World, fall in love, and get married? Really amazing. So I'm going to talk about that, relationships, caregiving, and a whole lot more. Maybe there will be something you can relate to, and we can communicate on social media. Anyway, I'm about to sign off for now. I'm sure this is enough, if not too much for one video. Please hit the thumbs up if you like my video, especially if you've watched it to this point. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.